Raul, Chief second only. Let me get everybody else out for a second. Let's go get him out, Fry. All right, we're good on the trunk lines. Mouthpiece? Mouthpiece? All right, I gave you both instructions in the dressing room. I want to remind you, listen and obey my commands at all times. Protect yourself at all times. Fight hard, fight clean. Good luck to both of you.
Andre Ward says this is not pride fighting, it's prize fighting. But he ain't fooling anyone. He's one of the proudest fighters in the world. His pride is what makes him special, I think, above all things. And Edwin Rodriguez is going to have to fight with pride tonight to stay in there with one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in boxing.
Both of you, go all the way back to your corners. Stay there.
Worth repeating, Ward hasn't lost since he was 12 years old. Rodriguez runs across the ring to try to get in a big right hand at the start of the fight, and typically Ward sidesteps it.
Let that arm go and I say let it go.
Maybe Rodriguez is hit away like he said he is. Coming out making it ugly right away. He's a bigger fighter, and to me that's the smartest thing that he could have done was engage into a rough fight early.
And already there's been a lot of contact other than landed punches. And it appears that, at least at the beginning, there'll be a lot of this. Quickly, let's bring in our rules expert, Steve Weisfeld, with a word on the referee, Jack Reese. Steve.
Bob. Jack Reese is the top referee. He's often inconspicuous because of his style. He seldom takes away points, he uses subtle voice commands, and he doesn't bounce or make quick movements. He usually can control the fight without being noticed.
Stop my break, let him go.
And it looks like he's going to have a lot of work to do tonight, Roy.
A whole lot of work, because these guys are definitely out here trying to fight the correct fight to fight one another. Everyone knows it's going to be a tough fight fighting Ward. He wants to try to get Ward out of his comfort zone. Ward hasn't fought in 14 months. So Edwin is hoping they can get a little rust on Ward early and take advantage of that.
You think maybe also it indicates, Roy, that Edwin believes this is his best chance, that he's not in the kind of shape it takes to go rounds and he has to catch Ward early?
Well, that could be the case too, Max, but listening to what he said yesterday he said this is how he's going to fight the fight. And I think that this is his original plan.
Two good body shots by Ward, a quick left hook inside by Ward. Other than that, there's been a lot of wrestling so far.
And Ward landed a beautiful left body shot to the midsection early. When a guy's struggling with weight, that's the shot he doesn't want to see.
One thing about Andre Ward, he's as smart a fighter as there is alive. He doesn't miss a trick. And certainly he's given considerable thought to all the implications of what happened with Rodriguez yesterday and how to take advantage of that in his way.
Yes, he's a constant professional when it comes to the sport of boxing.
And Rodriguez, you saw him at the weigh-in. We showed the video. Couldn't tell if that was a head or a shot.
No, it's a good hook by Ward.
It's not as though he's fat and out of shape. He's in shape. He's just big.
He's a big super middleweight anyway. He's a guy that easily could make light heavyweight and be comfortable at light heavyweight.
At least he looks in shape, big and muscular. His stamina remains to be seen.
Round one was a tussle.
All right, baby, good round. How we feeling? Good. Stretch him out. Okay, listen. Give me the water in the bucket. Put the bucket in the middle. Okay, now listen. Let me see you use the jab a little bit more this round, okay? Look, keep feinting. Keep feinting, keep using the jab.
Okay? On the inside, take your deep breaths and everything, okay? Stay intelligent, okay? Keep the motor running. And remember, when you work the jab, keep it right in here, roll the shoulder, hit it with accurate punches. It's going to come. He's trying to go for broke and say, I gave it all.
You see Andre Ward use his power jab, which disrupts everything the opponent thinks about doing. When you hit a guy knock his head up like that with a jab, it completely throws off the rest of his combination.
Ward anticipating Rodriguez's bull rushes and stopping him when he comes in with the jab. Ward landed 13 out of 24 punches in round 1 to 9 out of 37 for Rodriguez. And many of you watched Mike Tyson's Undisputed Truth in preparation for this fight, preceded us on HBO, and it's our privilege right now to welcome the former heavyweight champion of the world, Mike Tyson, in to join us here at ringside. Mike, wrestling match so far, what do you think?
Well, yeah, man, Rodriguez is trying to throw him off by pressuring him and making the fight look ugly at the time, but he's just very composed, Ward, and he's going to put it together on the fight. I've known guys like this, they come here to make you ugly, they try to get your cut in there, and he's holding his composure well, but he has to watch out for this guy's head.
Ward is a great defender. In your heavyweight title run, your great career, can you remember facing anybody who you thought was as skilled as a defender as Andre Ward?
Well, listen, I have to think of Tony Tucker. He was very elusive and very hard to hit. Very good boxer.
You went 12 hard rounds with Tony Tucker and won the fight.
Very good boxer.
A minute into round 2. More of the same of what we saw in round 1.
When Ward lands that power jab, Jim, he's ambidextrous, but really kind of naturally left-handed, so he's leading with a real strong shot, that power jab.
Jack Reiss trying to get the two fighters to relax and stop wrestling with each other. I'm not sure it's going to be easy, as it's Rodriguez who seems to be reaching out and grabbing Andre, but Andre has been known to lock people up inside as well.
Andre also told us in the fighter meeting that if Rodriguez wanted to play dirty, he was fine with that too. He was going to play just as dirty as Rodriguez wanted to play.
There's that power jab again, and once again stopping Rodriguez in his tracks. There's
Oh!
body shot by Rodriguez. Left hook upstairs by Ward.
Beautiful left hook.
Beautiful.
That's the money punch for Andre Ward. Newly repaired right shoulder. And a left hook lands for Rodriguez. A newly repaired right shoulder could make him more of a two-fisted fighter, but Andre Ward has gotten this far with a great left hook, and I don't think it's going to disappear.
No, this guy puts it together. Great timing, great jab, hard and stiff. Great movements, knows way around the ring, good ring, gentlemanship.
Meanwhile, Rodriguez likes to throw hard punches from odd angles, and he just saw a couple of those. A looping right hand over the top, and then kind of a wide swinging right.
Why are you holding the ropes then? If you want to box, let's
But it's pretty hard to fool Andre Ward.
Very hard to fool him.
Very smart, didactic fighter.
Don't hit him behind the head when he bends down like that.
We mentioned the 14 months off. Ward says he was physically ready to fight 6 or 8 months ago. This was a long negotiation. There was a lot of business dealing necessary to put this together. And there's a look at Ward's wife, Tiffany, and the 4 Ward children seated at ringside. Well, at least 3 of them. One of them was born this year. Last year.
Keep it like it is. He's trying to disqualify himself. Just stay intelligent, stay calm, and you land these pot shots just a matter of time. Now keep your feet moving. Now when you attack, don't attack over him. Remember, go into him because he's swinging everything wild. Again, the quick jabs right now is key unless you're going to pot shot it with one, okay? On the inside, look for here and up the middle, okay? Don't worry about nothing over the top. Let him keep...
And here's the undisputed truth of us at ringside, the 3 of us, and Iron Mike Tyson right here in the middle. It's been an amazing afternoon preparing for the telecast and hanging out, working with Mike, and everyone in the arena has gotten a picture, I think, with Mike, with Roy Jones, with Ray Leonard, who's also here at ringside.
I got one with all 3, Jim.
I'm sure you did. For those who missed it earlier today, Mike Tyson's Undisputed Truth is on again at 12:45 this evening. Very hard jab by Ward. What do you see so far, Mike?
Man, he's just waiting. He's waiting because Rodriguez is just being really wild. And he's throwing him off a little bit. He's just waiting the timing because he's a very smart fighter. He doesn't throw many punches, but when he throws them, they land. As you saw right here with his jab.
Rodriguez told us in the fighter meeting that Ward negates so much of what his opponent does that he doesn't have to do much to win the fight. But I think that overlooks all those precise little things that Andre Ward does to control a fight.
And you heard Mike Tyson say, Ward doesn't throw many punches, but when he throws them, he lands. In the first 2 rounds, He landed 25 of 56. That's a low output rate and an exceptionally high rate of contact.
And he really experienced fighter. You can see when he knows what he's doing.
Lands another left hook there. And the crowd responds.
And that jab is causing Edwin Rodriguez all types of problems.
You did it too. Come on.
Since the first round when Rodriguez gave him the bum rush, he has not attacked with the same ferocity consistently. And Ward has really started to open him up.
Rodriguez is about to get a little discouraged now because nothing's working. All that wild rushing and attacking. Now, boom, another straight.
Another
Man.
big left hook by Ward.
Very accurate punching fighter.
Mike, you like to see the mix it up. How you like to see the contacts?
I like that too, but I like to see a very smart fighter just doing his work. Putting in his work. He's a master fighter at what he does.
Good body shot.
Great body shots by Ward.
Stop.
The right and the left.
Let each other go. Let each other go. Box.
Another great
Smart,
body
educated
shot.
fighter.
Ward is taking a lot of starch out of Rodriguez early with these hard body shots.
Yeah, well, he's smart, Jim. When you know a guy struggle with the weight, the smartest thing you can do is try to attack his body because you know his body should be busy trying to get itself back together. With that being the case, you try to keep it disrupted as possible, or as disrupted as possible.
With Rodriguez throwing wide punches and leaving himself open at times, Ward can pot shot with ones and twos and put something on him.
And that's why the jab down the middle is working so well.
Warriors need to keep him away from him so he won't get hit with his head or any elbow and get cut. He's keeping at arm's length and he's pop the jab to throw the combinations and avoid the punches. Oh.
All right, great stuff, Mike. Fantastic 2 rounds working with you.
Great being with you guys.
Come back anytime, baby.
Thanks.
Mike's going already. What are you?
I'm just doing what the producers tell me to do, Matt.
Thanks, Mike.
Know what I'm saying? Mike Tyson, the undisputed truth. 3 rounds in.
You're just following him. You're just walking in without doing anything.
Next Saturday night, live on pay-per-view at 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 6 p.m. Pacific Time. Superstar Manny Pacquiao takes on Brandon Rios in a can't-miss action fight. 1 week later, it's 2 light heavyweight title fights as streaking knockout artists Adonis Stevenson and Sergey Kovalev defend their light heavyweight championship belts in Quebec City. And December 7th, join us for a terrific Boxing After Dark as Guillermo Rigondeaux, fresh off his domination of Nonito Donaire, takes on former titleist Joseph Agbeko. Also that night, James Kirkland squares off with undefeated Glenn Tapia at 154 pounds.
Stay right there. Stay right. Go back.
Talkie box numbers in the
Round 4.
3rd round. Ward was unbelievable. Landed 28 of 45 punches in the 3rd round. That's 62%. Humiliating Rodriguez, who could land only 7 of 35. Harold Letterman, our unofficial ringside scorer. How do you have it so far?
Okay, Chip. You know, I was never a big judge.
You know, as
Stop,
far
stop,
as
let me
Scoring for wrestlers. Boy, this
Stay
turned
right
into
here.
a wrestling match.
Time. Go in that corner. Go in the corner. Time out. All right,
Jack
hold on
Reese
a
is going to
second.
try to get control of the fight.
I got hit. You got to take a second.
The ref said he got hit.
I got intentional fouls. Give me a second. Stay there. Okay. I am not going to allow this. You're instigating a lot of this, and I'm not putting up with it. Not only that, you're hitting me. Okay? So stop. Andre, I'm not going to allow this. Okay? This is what I got. Stay right there. We're not done. Stay right there. 2 points. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 points. Unsportsmanlike conduct. Max. 2 points. Unsportsmanlike conduct. You ready? 2 points. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 points. Unsportsmanlike conduct. 2 points. Okay? Stay back. Stop. I know, relax. I'd like to find both of them. You determine what it is. Okay? Okay, I just want you both to know I've recommended fines. If I have to disqualify you guys, nobody's getting paid. Do we understand each other? Do we understand? Okay, knock this shit off. Okay? Go back. You ready? You ready?
Hard to be more definitive than that. Steve Weisfeld, our rules expert, have you ever seen a referee so actively trying to calm down the nonsense in a fight?
I have not, and that's one of the things that Jack Reese said in the dressing room. He said he needed to calm the fighters down. They were very tense in the dressing rooms. He said his main goal was to stay out of the way. Obviously, he couldn't do that because things got out of control.
But he got them under control quickly. By taking 2 points off each guy, you might be thinking, what good does that do? It? They equal each other out. No. What it suggests to the fighters is the next point that's taken is a DQ.
I got a wild hunch the fight is going to end on a DQ.
I feel the same, Jim.
I don't see this stopping.
I think that's why he talked about the fines. I don't think these guys don't want to get paid or have some substantial amount taken away out of their purse.
Well, Edwin Rodriguez has already lost $200,000 out of what was supposed to be a $1 million purse. He winds up with $800,000 after giving $100,000 to Ward, which boosted Ward's take from $1.9 million to $2 million, and $100,000 to California State Athletic Commission.
And Ward just landed a big right hand followed by a vicious left to the body.
Virgil Hunter in Ward's corner said he felt that Edwin Rodriguez would try to get himself disqualified.
Well, he's getting himself hit with some pretty big shots right now.
Ward is so adept at getting punches off in clinches that you might grab and wrap him with both arms and he can still hurt you. Tremendous left hand to the body by Ward and a big left hook upstairs. He is humiliating Edwin Rodriguez in the 4th round. Ward landing when he wants to, where he wants to. Rodriguez backs him away with the jab.
Okay, look. Hold on, raise up a second, raise up a second. Stretch your leg, stretch your leg. Okay, now listen. Come on, you're just walking in on him and just letting him throw punches. All they're doing is boom, 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 and hold it. Boom, 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 and hold it. Okay? You got to be punching. If you're punching, he can't hold you. He ain't gonna grab you out there when you're holding. You got to start moving both hands. But listen, you got to establish some kind of jab or something. You got to establish it, okay? Don't be afraid.
You see Rodriguez was holding Ward's head down, and Ward got frustrated with that and threw an uppercut, then hit him with a hook up top after the ref said break, and they kind of got into an exchange. Ref didn't get hit with a solid punch. Rodriguez throws another punch at the end of that break. Once again, you see Edwin holding him down. He hit Edwin with a low blow and a shot up top. Then when the ref tried to get him, he threw 2 shots, so Edwin retaliated with a shot. I don't see the referee get hit yet, but he thinks he got hit too.
I think he caught a glancing left hook.
I think it was an elbow.
An
An elbow.
Round 5 begins very similarly to its predecessors. You heard Ronnie Shields begging Edwin Rodriguez to try to score with a jab. Rodriguez turns southpaw and gets whacked with a left and a right for his trouble.
Might not want to do that now that that right shoulder is fixed of Andre.
Yeah.
It seems as though Rodriguez doesn't feel that Ward can take him out with any one shot. And so he's trying to use that to gain some kind of psychological advantage with Ward, knowing that he's going to be taking shots anyway. Maybe mocking Ward's power, he feels, does something.
Well, I just don't know that Rodriguez really has the energy right now to perform at this pace for 12 rounds. His energy level does not look good because of the weight loss.
Hence the fast start.
Another solid left hook by Andre Ward right in the chest of Edwin Rodriguez.
All right, stop, stop. back, box.
Good body shot by Rodriguez.
Stop, stop, stop. Box.
Rodriguez's right eye looking puffy.
That's where Ward lands his left hook. And sometimes a jab.
If you don't go, Andre.
Left hook for Rodriguez lands.
Stop, 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 stop. You talked about having the guy stand and don't do that. You all right? Here. Box.
That power jab of Andre Ward is really causing Edwin a little problem tonight.
Yeah, but this time Rodriguez got in 2 good body shots with the left hand.
Oh, good counter of the jab.
Rodriguez has been landing some shots back in this round.
This has been a better round for Rodriguez than any of its predecessors, or so it would appear to us.
He's losing a round by a wide margin, but he's landing some shots.
There's that same jab again.
Well, just to say it was a better round was not meant to indicate that he was winning it. He's lost most of the previous rounds in a landslide.
Good body shot.
Good body shot by Rodriguez, and another left-hand body shot. And Rodriguez is starting to do some good work coming under after having gone upstairs most of the fight. On this Friday at 6:30 p.m., join us for coverage of the Pacquiao-Rios weigh-in on Saturday live on pay-per-view at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6:30 Pacific time. Superstar at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 o'clock Pacific time. Superstar Manny Pacquiao faces off against All Action Brandon Rios in their highly anticipated showdown. Check out the HBO Instagram page for more photos like this one.
Down to one punch and keep putting your combinations together. Now look, he's pulling away from the jab. The jabs is working. That cork needs to start coming in. That straight right to the stomach, the Floyd straight right. Okay? On the inside, do not pull out for the short contact. He's grabbing it, you just keep doing it. Keep that balance. Don't let your legs go one way or another.
You saw the graphic indicating that Ward has more than doubled Rodriguez in landed punches so far. In that round, round 5, it was a little closer. Ward was 16 out of 43. Rodriguez was 10 of 38. And Rodriguez had an 8-7 edge in power shots.
Heard Ronnie Shields tell Rodriguez he wants the Floyd straight right to the stomach.
Good hook by Andre. Another good hook.
When Ward lands a body shot, these are hard, thudding body punches. He's getting all of his power and leverage into them.
It's a entertaining, ugly, one-sided fight. I mean, for an ugly, one-sided fight, it's been pretty fun so far.
Oh, good shot. Tremendous combination by Ward. 3-punch combination, left, right, left.
I think that might have been 4 then, Jim.
He's pretty quick.
Stop, stop, nobody punch. Let him out.
More good body shots by Ward. He kind of pushes Edwin Rodriguez with the left hook upstairs. Rodriguez doesn't seem to be able to get off in this round. Energy level seems to be dropping right now.
Yeah, energy level is dropping. Because of, like I said, you can see clearly that a part of it is his weight loss, and another part of it is the fact that Andre Ward has attacked his body consistently tonight to make up for that weight loss so that he couldn't recover from it. So Andre has did a great job of making sure he attacks the guy in the right area to take full advantage of him having to lose the weight.
Ronnie Shields told me, the trainer of Edwin Rodriguez, that he wasn't concerned or bothered when Rodriguez drank water at our meeting yesterday morning because he was headed directly to the steam room to take off the last pound or two before the weigh-in, and it's always come off before. This time, they say, he put on a sweatsuit, went into the steam room, sat there for a period of time, no weight came off. Thus the inability to get below 170 at the weigh-in. I said to Shields, are you training a light heavyweight now? He said, most definitely, this is a light heavyweight fighter.
Oh, good shot.
Which is probably the reason he's still standing.
Without a doubt.
The fact that he is a light heavyweight, small cruiserweight tonight, really, because Ward has landed some big shots.
And everything Rodriguez lands, Ward answers.
And Ward's accuracy in this round has been amazing. Seems to be able to land the left hook at will. Just like that.
Hey, nobody punch.
Listen. Edwin, come on, listen. Now you gonna listen to me this time? Give me the water bottle, but a bucket. Okay, I want you to rinse. Rinse your mouth out, okay? Rinse your mouth out. Don't swallow that. Come on, rinse. Okay, now listen. You gonna listen to me or what? Huh? I need you to get started in there, okay? Now you're behind, okay? You're behind on the scorecards. I'm telling you right now, okay? In order for you to change this around, you got to let your hands move.
Casey Ward threw his power jab to the body, followed by a right hook to the body, then a left hook to the head. Couldn't ask for a better combination or a smarter combination.
And place him on there. Remember, on the inside, start stepping over now. You don't have the strength to be wrestling and stuff with you. Now keep it steady.
I think you might have seen the graphic between rounds, which demonstrated that in the 6th round, Andre Ward landed 27 clean punches to 4 for Edwin Rodriguez. And you see the numbers to this point in the fight. Harold Letterman, how do you have it scored halfway through?
Okay, Jim. Okay, it's 58-52. 6 rounds to nothing, Andre Ward. You know, Jim, when he gets off first, he's impossible to beat. And that's what's happening now. You know, in the 6th round, he got off first every single time. When he looks at Edwin Rodriguez, and they exchange shots, Andre Ward throws that first punch and forget it. Edwin does nothing but grab him. And, throughout the fight, Edwin's been wrestling more than landing clean punches. Andre's been landing the cleanest shots in every round. 6-0, Andre Ward.
And this points out, Harold's scorecard's of course correct, but it points out a problem with boxing scoring. There have been no close rounds, maybe the first where Ward held a lot. But these are all 10-9 rounds. None of these are 10-8 rounds. But if you have 10 points to play with, none of these are competitive rounds. They're not close. If Rodriguez were to squeak a round out, he would likely not have done the damage that Ward has done in these so-called 10-9 rounds, where he's beating the hell out of Rodriguez.
There was the Ward jab again. I couldn't be more in agreement, Max. Why have a 10-point must system and use only the top end of the 10-point scale? How do you feel about that, Roy?
Well, it's an old system that's been around for years. It keeps some guys close in range so that they don't give up. It's like you like to see a guy get farther apart, but it also keeps the guy in a fight where he feels like, if I'm only down 4 points, I could catch that up in 4 rounds. I actually can catch that up in 2 rounds with 2 knockdowns. So it gives the other guy that's behind an opportunity or at least a fighting chance. And we are in the sport of fighting here.
That is an interesting counterpoint.
Does it also mean, Roy, that the losing fighter won't take too many dangerous risks?
No, he won't take too many dangerous risks unless he truly wants to win the fight.
That was another tremendous combination by Ward. Solid shots in every round.
As long as Ward can keep everyone fighting behind him like he's doing right now, meaning that he's reading with his jab, and everyone's only trying to counter Ward, Ward is in good shape. And Edwin's so big. Right there, you see the perfect example of Edwin and that weight loss. See how wide and loopy and sluggish that punch just came? That's the example of a guy who struggled making the weight in a fight.
Step away.
And we've gotten to the point of the fight, especially because of the body work Ward's done, where we'll see what Rodriguez has the next several rounds.
Well, you see how sluggish he is. And Ward is steadily attacking that body.
Gentlemen, you all right?
That one could have been a little low,
Keep it up. You okay?
He's doing the smartest thing by attacking the body because he knows this guy just come from struggling, making the weight.
Good, son. Good. Don't try to kill him and everything. Start hitting him accurate. Hit him a little more this round 8. Start hitting him a little more accurate and everything like that, okay? Put the combination together. Remember, don't pull out, okay? And keep him busy with the fast accurate. Don't worry about trying, and that's what's going to do the job. Now keep
Here you see Ward lead with the right hand to the body, followed by a good stiff jab up top. That's what he does different than a lot of fighters. Most guys will throw a left hook, then he follows it with a straight right hand. A lot of guys will come right hand to body, left hook to the head, but he throws a strong jab hook to the head, then follows it with a straight right hand. And if Edwin wasn't so big, I'm sure that punch probably would have set a normal super middleweight down.
Who's that, Roy?
That's the great Sugar Man, Sugar Ray Leonard himself.
And look who's on the T-shirt.
Sugar Ray Robinson himself. Total sweetness.
Many ringsiders today, including Max Kellerman, were able to get photos that included Roy Jones, Ray Leonard, Mike Tyson, and of course, on Leonard's chest, Sugar Ray Robinson. What a shot.
Couldn't ask for a better room of company. And I'm gonna tell you guys, some credit has to be given to Edwin Rodriguez because we know how much he struggled to make weight trying to get here. He's a guy here that pretty much has no energy to really work with, but he's still trying his best to give us a fight here.
He says he draws strength from his son, who's special needs, as we mentioned earlier in the show, that his son has to work so hard just to do things that people take for granted. And it inspires him to work hard.
And he's doing the same thing right now. He's doing something that people are taking for granted because they don't know the struggle he's going through trying to make the weight. So he's out here right now with not as much energy, not as much rhythm, no sharpness, and he's still fighting the #2 pound for pound best fighter in the world and still giving it a go.
Look at how Ward chooses simply to place that power jab right on Rodriguez's chin and blunt any initiative that Rodriguez might seek to create.
And it's not thrown off the back foot, but that jab is thrown by a left-handed guy. An ambidextrous kind of leaning left-handed guy.
Break, step away from each other, box.
It's like a power punch.
It is a power punch.
You know, we haven't seen a big right cross upstairs that lands with the same authority as his left hook, but how could he expect to be doing that one fight into this new physical reality for him? And that left hook has been the money punch ever since he was 12 years old, and it's one of the sharpest, quickest, most devastating weapons in the sport of boxing.
Well, Virgil Hunter wants Andre to throw crisper, more accurate shots, not load up, not worry about them being so big, and maybe if he does that, one of those straight right hands finishes his business.
And Edwin lands a jab.
Rodriguez lands a left hand there.
And I know a lot of fighters, like I said earlier, that would have quit already in these circumstances or under these circumstances. So my heart goes out to, and I got to say that Edwin Rodriguez is one game competitor.
Well, there's a way to quit while still being in the ring and walking around. But Rodriguez hasn't done that
He
either.
sure hasn't. He's not taking the easy way out. He's not giving up. He's still trying with everything that he has, including that overhand right there that he just throws.
Time, stop punching, nobody punch.
Immediately following this telecast, stick around for 24/7 Pacquiao Rios as we take you into the lives of Manny Pacquiao and Brandon Rios as they prepare for next Saturday's big pay-per-view showdown. Coming up next, 24/7 Pacquiao Rios.
You're going to hit this guy every time. But you got to work your hands as you're going in. You're standing there, just letting him get a rhythm. He got all the rhythm, and you have no rhythm at all. You understand? You got to create some rhythm. You do that by throwing punches. You understand?
Okay? Go back to the jab to keep him off balance, okay?
Yep.
If you keep him off balance, I only need a combination attack maybe 5 to 6 times around, and it'll be the right one. Keep him off balance. When he comes to you,
Comedian and actor Rob Schneider was the MC of the weigh-in yesterday and has been a part of the fight weekend, as a lot of fans here at ringside in Ontario, California. We are about an hour and 15 minutes east of Los Angeles. Andre Ward in the blue trunks with the white trim at the top against Edwin Rodriguez in the blue and green trunks. Into round 9 of a scheduled 12. It's been a rough physical fight, something of a wrestling match in many rounds. There was a moment when Jack Reiss stopped the action and penalized both fighters 2 points apiece and threatened to disqualify them if they continued the kind of nonsense in which they were engaged. Since then, there's been less grappling, a little bit more fighting, and Andre Ward continues to land sharp, authoritative punches.
And even the ref got hit with a phantom punch.
In the corner, Ronnie Shields told Edwin Rodriguez, you have no rhythm, he has the rhythm. You can only get the rhythm by throwing punches. And Roy, you mentioned last round, Rodriguez continues to throw that right hand, and he does it in spite of the fact that almost whenever he throws it, Ward counters him with a vicious left hook on the inside. I think he is trying to throw the punches. It's just not that easy against Ward.
It's very hard against Ward, and it's very hard when he has no energy, and it's even more harder when Ward keeps stabbing you in the face with a jab that feels like a straight left hand.
Right, step away from each other.
How is it he's able to make that jab look so quick, Roy?
Well, because he's stepping in, and Edwin has the shoulder guard like that.
What a left hook.
He has his shoulder covering the left side of his face, and no way that shoulder can stop that power jab from getting in there.
And by the way, if you're looking at Ward and you're thinking, wow, he looks sharp, he looks amazing, this is after a 14-month layoff. We were supposed to see some ring rust. We've seen none.
None at all.
Well, here's a scary thought. Maybe we have.
That's remarkable, isn't it?
So it shows you why he's number 2 on the pound-for-pound list. Anytime a guy can lay off 14 months and you see no ring rust, that tells you something pretty impressive about him.
He's, as I mentioned off the top, he said it's not prize fighting. It's not pride fighting, it's prize fighting. But he sounds like he's trying to convince himself of that. He has the kind of pride that the kind of he's a perfectionist. He needs to control everything around him. Partly that's why I think it sometimes takes a little while for him to make a fight with an opponent. Even in negotiations, everything has to be just the way he likes it, and that's the way he fights in the ring. Everything has to be just so.
You're back to the masterpiece. If you want him, I'm gonna tell you how to do it, okay? Don't pull out and don't turn when you throw your hook. Remember what I told you, keep the right hand in position. Now he's worked to get away.
Here we see a series of this jab that I told you has been causing Rodriguez problems all night. Andre's left jab is so quick and so powerful. I mean, he just constantly hits him with the jab and steps around to the right to get away from the right hand. Right there you see the jab and you see him push off. You see him come with the hook once every now and then. But then it's right back to that rapid fire jab.
In the 9th round, by CompuBox count, Edwin Rodriguez threw only 16 punches and landed 5. Andre Ward landed 25 of 56 punches, a lot of them those ripping left hooks or lightning left jabs. He is humiliating Rodriguez punch by punch as the fight progresses. Harold, how do you have it through 9?
Okay, Jim, I've got an 88-79, 9 rounds to nothing, Andre Ward. You know, Jim, the strong in the 4th round, Andre Ward won it 10-9. Jack Reiss took away 2 points from both fighters, so it becomes 8-7 round, just in case anybody is curious about why I've got that 88-79 odd score. Anyway, Andre Ward getting off first every time, landed that hard shot, and it freezes Rodriguez. When Andre Ward does that to an opponent, he just takes over the fight, throws the first punch in every exchange, and the other guy just gets defensive. 9-0, Ward.
And of course, Max, you talked about Ward's pride. How would you not swell with pride when you look at the list of opponents Ward has defeated since 2009? Mikkel Kessler, Alan Green, Sakio Bika, Arthur Abraham, Carl Froch, and of course, the 3 knockdown elimination of Chad Dawson 14 months ago. That's quite a dossier.
And then that's one of the reasons, not that he's a devastating puncher, but it's one of the reasons he hasn't scored a lot of knockouts in recent years. The other thing about a tournament, he was in a tournament, is that you can't pick and choose. Whoever's standing there in the winner's bracket, that's who you have to fight. It's the reason when you see guys with top amateur pedigrees, as Ward has, it's so impressive. You got to fight everybody, and he fights everybody.
He was the underdog against Kessler at the moment he fought him. A lot of people were still doubting him, even up to the Froch fight. He won those fights very easily. Nobody could really touch him in the 168-pound tournament. Then, Chad Dawson, who was at that time the lineal light heavyweight champion of the world, elected to go down 7 pounds in weight to fight Ward at his weight of 168, and Ward wiped him out.
And mind you that
Huge left hook by Ward.
mind you that after Froch beat Kessler, he said he didn't want to have nothing else to do with Andre
Let him
Ward.
go. Let him go, Edwin.
Rodriguez is ready to go. And Ward would love to follow up the Dawson knockout with a knockout of the best available opponent here and start to put an end to the criticism in boxing that he doesn't finish fighters, that he's not always scintillating or exciting. Consecutive knockouts over this level of opposition would start to do that.
He sure is trying to finish this one, I tell you that.
Edwin, let him out.
Earlier this evening, 2012 Mexican Olympian Oscar Molina, who is a rising prospect in the sport, fought a fighter named Carlos Sanchez. That's Molina on the right and Sanchez on the left. You'll every once in a while see an opponent who is willing to take every punch that lands and will continue grinning at the star fighter who rips him. And Molina was ripping Sanchez throughout the fight. Sanchez is one of those durable guys who was willing to take every shot and grin, as you see right there. But finally, at the end of round 4, ring doctor went to Sanchez's corner and said, "This is crazy. You've got to stop this. Find another line of work. Do something. You're out of here." 4th round TKO.
He see right when everyone was doing pretty good. He was in a good exchange, but he kept himself a little too wide, and that hook beat him to the punch. That's the best punch that Andre has landed all night long. And in most cases, like I said, a normal super middleweight would be taking a nap right about now.
Number 11.
Not many guys are able to land more than 40% of their jabs through a long fight. Ward, 76 out of 182 in the jabbing category. That's 42%. In the 10th round, once again, Ward dominating, landing 19 punches to only 6 for Edwin Rodriguez. So it started off rough. It stayed rough through the first several rounds, but it's very hard to disrupt the rhythm of a truly great fighter. And Andre Ward is showing once again tonight that he's a truly great fighter.
Yes, he is.
They just acknowledged Rodriguez got some decent shots off. There's some big shots.
There's a big right hand to the body by Rodriguez.
He landed with some authority, and Ward acknowledged it.
And I do have a totally new respect for Edwin Rodriguez, because I know, just looking at his body language, how depleted and how bad he must feel right now. And this guy is still out here around 11, trying his best to knock Andre Ward out.
Those body shots he's landing on Ward can't feel very good for Andre.
We are in Ontario, California, where Andre Ward is dominating Edwin Rodriguez in the 11th round of this 12-round fight, which was originally scheduled to be a defense of Ward's 168-pound world championship, but instead is just a fight because Edwin Rodriguez lost the right to fight for Ward's title when he failed to make weight yesterday. No matter, Ward has dominated him from round to round, piling up big edges in CompuBox numbers, ripping Rodriguez with sensational left hooks, and it's taken a show of courage and resolve for Rodriguez simply to stay in the fight to this point.
There's just no one in the division you can imagine beating Andre Ward. And I think while this fight that I'm about to mention is nowhere near ready yet, eventually, the one guy boxing fans will see who will make them believe that at least he has a chance is Gennady Golovkin.
He isn't yet at 168 pounds.
He's 160 pounds, and there are light heavyweights who would be very interesting with Ward if he chose to go up there. But 168 and south, I think Golovkin is the only name, maybe in a couple of years. I think they will inexorably, their paths will lead towards one another.
Well, the styles certainly mesh. Golovkin is an offensive destroyer with great craft. Ward is a great defender with spirited offense as well.
Real super fights aren't promoted into existence. When the dust settles, who's still standing? And Andre Ward's always the guy in the winner's bracket in every fight he's ever been in.
And let's face it, as great as Golovkin has been, if they were fighting tomorrow, Ward would be the favorite.
Of course, but at least people would be wondering, can he beat this guy too? There's no one else out there at 68 or south. Look what he's doing to the best available guy he hasn't already whooped.
So you'd have no interest in a rematch with Carl Froch?
No, it would be interesting, of course, to see how... But Ward did that on one hand to Froch. What he
Beat him
did.
easily.
Yeah.
You lead off with that uppercut, you don't know what to do with that. Go with the uppercut right hand, hook right hand back. Uppercut right hand, hook right hand. Okay, you gotta just keep working that combination. That's the combination that's gonna work. But look, you gotta keep making him go back. Don't let him come forward. Back him up, okay? You gotta back him up, all right?
Keep everything tight. We're just gonna come round. Keep the shots compact and precise, okay? Good job back. Keep it compact and precise. A man wanna fight round, stay controlled, quit turning your head. When you go in with balance. With balance, quit turning your head.
Andre Ward is fighting in the 12th round for the 7th time in his career. Edwin Rodriguez has never been past the 10th. We come to this last round with Ward totally dominant so far in the fight. We expect well ahead on any and all scorecards. You can see that on Harold Letterman's unofficial scorecard, Andre Ward's won every round.
Go, Andre. Stop. Wait, separate from each other. Box.
And shall we credit Jack Reese for seeing to it at round 4 that we would see a prize fight here tonight?
Reese is a very good referee, and more than that, takes his job very seriously.
No question, he really cares, as he showed you in round 4. Oh, another tremendous left hook by Ward.
Stop. Nobody punch. Break. Separate. Watch the head. Box.
And the good thing is the fighters also learn to respect for Jack Reese. Now when he says nobody punch, nobody does punch. And that's a great thing.
Stop. Nobody punch.
Well, he made clear with the
Andre,
2-point penalty to each fighter that he was ready to issue a DQ if the nonsense continues.
And to dig their pockets, Jim. He was going to dig into their pockets.
He said he fired somebody for hitting him.
Stop.
He has the authority to do it, but he recommended it.
Let me see. Turn around.
Now this is a cut outside Rodriguez's left eye.
Can you continue?
Almost certainly the product of the headbutt.
Go in the corner.
Accidental headbutt took place moments ago.
I got an accidental butt with a nice cut. I'm going to give him a second just to get his head back, and we're going to go. You all right?
A nice cut.
You all right? Ready?
We used to call that a bad cut. Jack Reese calls it a nice cut.
What Reese has done, especially when he issued those warnings, you know, one of the jobs of a referee is to ensure that the event can continue, if it can continue safely. And he took a fight that was maybe careening towards something bad happening, and he got it back under control. And we've gotten to see a pretty good prize fight since then.
Andre Ward is so deceptive with his left hand.
Yeah, he is.
And
Stop.
so quick.
Let each other
He
out.
can fool you. You're not sure whether he's throwing a jab or a hook, and by the time you've made up your mind, he's already hit you.
And go.
Stop. Nobody punch. Everyone watch that head. Box.
Doesn't look at this moment, though, like he's going to get to stop it.
There's the jab. Lands flush. There's another one.
And now that blood is causing everyone a problem.
Stop. My break. Step out.
See him wiping at the eye.
30 seconds to go in the fight. It's been a tremendous showcase for Andre Ward. Nothing was missing. Nothing has been lost in the 14 months out of the ring. Surgery to the right shoulder has made him better physically. The left hand remains one of the most dangerous hands in boxing, and he has dominated the fight with it en route to what appears to be a shutout win over Edwin Rodriguez.
And Edwin gave it everything he had, Jim.
All right, Simon.
Wasn't enough. Now Ward will go, accept congratulations from Rodriguez's trainer, Ronnie Shields. And as they go to work on the cut outside the left eye of Edwin Rodriguez, Andre Ward's family looks happy at ringside. Harold, what's your final scorecard?
Okay, Jim, I got it 118-106, 12 rounds to nothing, Andre Ward. I just think he landed the cleaner punches. And as far as Jack Reese goes, he uttered the magic words, if you don't stop that, you don't get paid.
Harold, I think somebody could have seen this fight and be looking at the first prize fight they'd ever seen, and their score might have been the same as yours. Who are the three official judges?
Okay, Jim.
They are?
Okay, officially we got Jerry Cantu from Westminster, California, judging since 2001. He also was a referee. As you see here, Tim Bradley over Ruslan Provodnikov, 114-113, which I thought was an excellent score. Max DeLuca, one of my favorite judges in the whole world. I know, he dates my daughter. Max DeLuca, really a very good judge. He had Golovkin with a 2.8 round, which was the right score when he had it a shutout over Curtis Stevens at Madison Square Garden. Steve Morrow, very good judge from Hollister, California, been judging since 2001. His notable fight was Chavez over Zbik, but he called it a draw, 114-113. 114-114.
Well, it was a heck of a fight.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, he's just that type of fighter, but you got to be able to win ugly and you got to be able to win pretty, and we won today. I wouldn't even say it was totally ugly. We did some nice things. We been on 14 months.
Those quotes aren't for media. That's just Ward talking to people in his corner. But they sound like the kind of quotes you could issue at a press conference.
That's exactly right. He's already explaining.
Take my gloves off.
And I didn't see you get tired, so you didn't get tired.
I feel good.
It was the Sekio Bika style. That's what they tried.
And now Michael Buffer is standing by with the official scores.
Ladies and gentlemen, we go to the scorecards. Max DeLuca scores at 118-106. Jerry Cantu, 117-107. Steve Morrow scores at 116-108. All to the winner by a unanimous decision. Still undefeated, still the WBA super middleweight champion of the world, Andre S.O.G.